Just before we begin, I wanted to just highlight a few important points here. So basically, we don't want you to get some interruptions in between when you are trying to listen to the session. So if you can just follow the instructions here, just make sure that you mute the notifications or sounds. Okay, my name is Peredi Kutla from EIT. I'm based in the South African office, and today's topic will be hearing from one of our EIT student who will be just sharing his insights from classroom to his career. So he'll be just sharing the whole journey of being with EIT and also his experience. By profession, he's an electrical instrumentation project engineer. So there's a lot to get, to learn from him. But just before I hand things over to Kalpesh, just note that we will be providing you with the copy or the recording, a copy of the slides, obviously, and the recording of this session. So just make sure that you check out your emails. I would say 2 to 3 working days. Just check also under junk or the spam folder. All right, and just for those who are joining us for the first time, let's just quickly learn more about EIT. So at EIT, we purely specialize and focus on engineering. Our programs, they start from short courses, 3 months micro credential courses. We have diplomas, advanced diplomas, undergraduate, graduate certificates, bachelor's, master's, and then our highest level of qualification is it's a Doctor of Engineering. And another reason what actually make EIT unique is that, and maybe a lot of you might agree with me, that a lot of time, especially in the engineering space, there's new trends, new technology, and what we pride ourselves about at EIT is that we always ensure that we keep up with the trends and the technology. That's why we put it as offering industry-aligned programs. So what you learn at EIT, it's still going to be relevant tomorrow when you go into the actual environment. And yeah, we just accredited just like any higher education provider or any university in Australia. You'll see that we are registered or accredited by TEXA, which is the Australian government, and also some of our programs are registered or recognized under the 3 international engineering accords. You are Dublin, Sydney, and the Washington Accord. And yeah, we source our lectures from different parts of the globe. Obviously, we want to just have a community of students from different parts of the globe. And also by doing so, we want to give our students a global experience in terms of like engineering. We've been lucky at EIT that we've always been like embracing technology. So in terms of delivering our programs, we very we use very unique methods in terms of delivering courses. We have like interactive webinars where you are able to connect with your lecturers or your course instructor in real time, and also students from different parts of the globe. We also use remote labs and simulations when coming to delivering like a practical learning aspect of whatever course you'll be doing. Yeah, and we've collected a number of accolades 2024, and also I think that will be a reflection of what Kalpesh will be just covering. At EIT, we're really big on supporting our students and making sure that our students succeed in their programs. So yeah, some of the agendas that Kalpesh will be covering will look at courses he studied, why you should join EIT, working, studying simultaneously, course career alignment, practical skills. Does studying engineering online actually help? There's always like questions around that, and I'm sure he'll be able to answer some of the questions that you might have, more especially when coming to practical learning. We'll look at EIT's impact on his career growth, some of his highlights, and why you should consider EIT. So feel free to share some of the questions that you might have for him, whether you're an existing student or you're looking forward to join EIT. And I'm sure this is the right time that you connect with someone you can actually relate to. Kalpesh, I'm now handing things over to you.
Thanks, Barry. Okay. Good morning, everyone. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Barry, will you be able to load the slides?
Yeah, so all good. What you can do is just to take control.
Okay. Guys, just give me a second.
Okay, no problem. Are you getting it right?
I'm getting there. Can you see my screen?
Not yet. Oh, do you want me to just move the slides for you? Is it fine?
Yeah, that will be the best, yes.
Oh, okay, that's fine. And yeah, we on your introduction.
Are you going to load the slides for me?
We did. So you're not able to see the slides on your end?
Not yet.
Please try to see if there's a sync button at the bottom.
It's coming now. It's busy loading.
Oh, okay. See?
Okay. Good morning, everyone. My name is Kalpesh Desai. I would like to start my introduction like my one of the favorite lecturer, Rodney Jacob. So this part of the country, it's a morning time. Some of you guys are having an evening or afternoon. So warm welcome from my side. I'm the current student at EIT. My name is Kalpesh Desai. My profession is electrical and instrumentation project engineer at the Langer Heinrich uranium mine, where I'm currently working. Previously, I worked for Rongo Cement, where I used to look after the electrical department first. And then I got very interested in the PCS7 and the automation department. And that's where I have actually decided to pursue my career in instrumentation and automation field. And that I could achieve using the EIT platform, which worked out perfectly well for me. So the question here is, why did I pursue, what course did I pursue and why? So I pursued the DIA 52 Advanced Diploma in Industrial Automation. Industrial automation was forever my dream. I wanted to be unique. I wanted to learn and be competitive in a market. For example, as we all know, the old technologies are busy fading out. So we need to be competitive. So automation, it's not only for the instrumentation side. Automation in current world, it's also taking care of the electrical part. So my vision was very clear. I wanted to be automation engineer, and that's where the EIT stand out for me. Through EIT, I could study online with my freedom. I had no difficulty studying with EIT. Overall course experience with the EIT during my journey was perfectly fine. I enjoyed it. If you can look at it in the image, it's my practical work experience where I'm supervising one of the electrical. If I did not have any knowledge about the field, or if I haven't studied enough, I would have made someone's life difficult. Studying through EIT, it does not just give you the technical knowledge, but yes, it also tell you the safety aspect of the people, how they need to take care of themselves, how you need to make sure that when you return home, you go home in one piece. All the precautions, safety measures, what needs to be checked. You cannot visualize all these things without studying. You don't know what the danger or risk involved in a task that you are doing or performing in your daily duties. So once you study, you understand the risk involved, and then you can make your working environment safe as well as your colleagues' life safe. At the end of the day, everything works out perfect. This is actually my own quote. I should publish it. Further studying isn't just about the certificates. It's about creating future you can be proud of. Everyone in this world, we all have a dream. Someone wants to buy a car, someone wants to buy a house, someone wants to take care of the family. But just having a dream and not having a qualification will not allow us to achieve. You need to study. You have to start where you are. You have to use you have to use what you have and never stop learning. Technology will keep on evolving. As we are speaking now, someone must have been patent somewhere a new stuff in the world in a market, which I have to now go and learn again. So how do I do it? By studying, understanding the working professionals. When you start studying all the standards, which makes your life much easier. To do that, EIT was for me the perfect option because it's globally approved education. You don't need to go and do further research. When you migrate from one country to another country, you don't need to go and start your career all over again, restudy to suit into that country's legal laws and stuff. For EIT is globally recognized, and that makes people life moving or migrating or looking for new jobs. It makes it much better. And the best part is there's no life interruption. You can work and you can study. Now, the good thing about working and studying is it's a hands-on learning. While you are working, what you have studied previous day, you can go and experience. When you start seeing the components in the plant, it starts creating an image. You can start visualizing, oh, so I have been doing this thing for so many years, but now I know what is the reason behind it. When you are studying online through EIT, you have a real equipment access. You have virtual labs, and virtual labs are a favorite part of me. I sometimes abuse it, even for my own work problem solving. I prefer to go and use the virtual labs to simulate it and see if the outcome that I'm doing, is it beneficial? Is it correct? Sometimes the mathematical calculations will be on paper, but you won't be able to visualize it until you put it on a tool. And that's where the softwares are there. It's open to everyone 24/7. You can use your own time, book the lab. There are multiple labs and you can do your simulation. What you have learned in theory, you can put it on practical using the virtual labs. It's flexible, ideal for all the engineers worldwide. For them, what they are learning, they can experience it, a real-time data through the remote labs. Can you describe working and studying at the same time? It sounds a bit difficult, but trust me, it's not so difficult. Juggling dual responsibilities, it's all about the mastering your time management. So when you join EIT, in your first presentation, they exactly tell you how to manage your time. Each module you do, it gives you an example that, guys, for you to complete this module, for you to understand what you are learning, for you to master this module, you need to give minimum of 60 hours or 40 hours or 45 hours. So if you follow the studying guidelines, it will help you in a multiple way. Number one, you will be able to understand what you are learning, and it's just not words around your brain. Systematic EIT approach also helps you to planning your study. Webinars are also such a way aligned that it helps you with your assignments. When you attend your webinar, the same time, each webinar, for example, there are 5 modules. You finish your first module. When you are finished with that module, you continue with your assignment. Complete the assignment related related to that specific module. So at the end of the day, when you finish your fifth module, you do not have a stress, workload, or study load, or mental stress burden on you. Lots of students make this mistake that they wait for the fifth or fourth or the last module webinar to be finished. Now they want to go and attend try to complete the practical and the theory module, which might put the stress on them. What I do personally, that as the webinar is finished, I prefer to attend my question and answers on the same time. So it reduces my workload much better. I can still come home and have time with my family, play with my children, and do my other activities. So it's all about the time management. Like I explained previously, the stress-free progress strategy can only be done by the time management. You need to be consistent and you need to develop the discipline. If you can't do that, not even EIT, no one can help you. No single university can assist you. The discipline comes within you. EIT can provide you with all the tools that are available in market that makes the life much easier. If you follow the strict guidance, it's much easier. Like now I'm working and I'm studying together, and I'm going to continue studying further. I'm not feeling any stress or have any studying pressure on me. Does the course align with your career, and how has it helped? I think as we move forward, you will see what this course have done for me. It aligned perfectly with my career because it allows me to fulfill my dream. One of the guys in the center is also me. I could never speak openly. I was a very nervous person. When I'm with the people, with my friends, I can speak, I can express my feeling. But if I have to present meeting, I think I will start shiver. And for all of you, just to know, it's my first presentation ever in my life. And just because of the EIT, there is one of the modules, if I remember correctly, it was a fundamental of professional engineering. And there already as a student, EIT is teaching you how to work with people, how to work in group. So some of you might just be a student, does not have a work experience, but when you really go into the working environment, you already have learned through EIT how to work with people, how to do the job together without putting under pressure or getting nervous or running like a headless chicken, don't know what to do. So for me, it's perfectly aligned with my career. I'm extremely happy, and I can proudly say that through EIT, I'm proud of myself, what I have achieved so far. Speaking skill, studying skill, problem-solving skill. It boosted my technical confidence so much that I can sit in front of you today and present myself. Though you might see I'm shivering a bit, but it's a normal. On the next presentation, I will not be able to shiver. I think I will be much better. Studying with EIT, it helps you with learning the industrial standards. So like I said, there are so many industrial standards that are developed to make sure we comply. Without studying, without knowledge, you will not be able to achieve that. EIT is having a IDC manual that's all the documents are such a way drafted that it's accessible to all the students 24/7 anytime for you to study. All the new technology exposures that are there, you can achieve. You have a real world application skills that you can develop through remote labs. So if I can just talk a bit about these slides. So if you look at it on the image that you are seeing there, it's one of a software that we use to troubleshoot on the Profibus network. Now imagine if you did not had a knowledge about how the things work, if you haven't studied and you have been appointed as a technician or engineer or an electrician, and then somebody says, listen here, we have a communication failure. How are you going to solve it? On each CP card, you will say, for example, 126 nodes that are there, and all of them are failing. Will you run through all 126 nodes to see which one is working, which one is not working? Or will you then use a tool that is there in an industry, plug it in, go online, do the troubleshooting, work smart, and then see where the fault is? This thing will tell you exactly, go to this node, there is an issue, you have exceeded your cable distance, or your shielding is wrong, or there is a short circuit in your communication network. The tools will tell you, you will walk to the equipment, you will open it up, but will you be able to do it? No, you will struggle because you don't have a theoretical background. So that's where the study helps a lot. You can, with specific tools, it can give you bar graph, you can give you network topology, you can see individual nodes and tell you which specific node is having a low voltage that is causing the whole bus to be down. And all these practical modules helps a lot in real world life. Working together, studying online and working together, you have lots of advantages. You have a wide practical skill set that you can develop. What you study on your work, or what you study through EIT, you have an opportunity to go and practice at your workplace in a safe manner due to the hands-on virtual labs. With virtual labs, you can also go online and simulate it and see what you are doing. Is it correct? Just imagine if you are just studying theory, black and white paper, all the words you are reading, you are trying to understand, but you cannot. It doesn't make sense. But what happens when you use the information that you have, you use the remote lab, and then you start simulating that, then you can understand it. So if I give you simple example about the Ohm's law, you know there is a voltage, there is a resistance, and there is a current flow. That's a relation. But how will you visualize it? You need to know what happens when the resistance goes higher, what happens to the current, what happens when the current goes higher. So with the remote labs, it allows you to simulate everything, and then you can create an image in your mind, which you will never forget. You have all the industrial equipment experience, but without qualification, it doesn't help you. You can put them in, but there will always be a question, why is this thing working? This instrument is working in this manner. How is it communicating? So these questions to overcome, you need a qualification. You need to study. PLC, SCADAs, those kind of skills is where the world is moving now. All the instruments, olden days, there was lots of human intervention. Go and reset this, start this pump, stop this pump. All those things are now controlled through PLCs. Just simply by click of a button. It sounds so interesting, so fascinating, but you need a knowledge. And all these skills you can learn through the remote labs. Instrument calibration, importance of the instrument calibrations. When your process is not working properly, you will be told that, listen, guys, the plant is off. We have a high pressure, for example, in the system. You have been told that there is an issue. Your system is running on much higher pressure, but you will not be able to troubleshoot it. You need the knowledge. Does the instrument needs a calibration? How to calibrate the instruments? What is the reason behind the instrument calibration? All of these things are being taught clearly and presented to you by your instructor, and you have given an opportunity to and simulate all these things on the remote lab. All the communication protocols that are currently used, Profibus, Profinet, Modbus, TCP, IP, all of them, you will learn, you will read, but you will not be able to understand if you do not practice them. And that's where the virtual labs comes in, very important for me. Through EIT, through studying EIT, guys, can you hear me?
Yes.
Sorry, there was just a network error now. So I will continue. Studying through the EIT, I have gained such a knowledge now that I can clearly go and resolve the problem. I can implement what I've studied in a real plant. I have a good problem-solving mindset. I don't need to go now, run around and look for a unmanaged troubleshooting. I can now work smarter than working harder. Logical troubleshooting, it's one of the key. You need to know when the problem is solved, where to start, where to look, and not just to jump into the conclusion. Real world automation applications are now been, I can display them and commission them. Studying through EIT, it boosted my level that I can easily go and work in any industries that I would like to work. Studying online actually help. A lot of people might be asking that question, but in my personal opinion, yes, it does help. Theory is just not enough. You need the practical. And I keep on saying it again that you need the practice. You need to practice what you study. You need to physically go in a field and do what you have studied. So if you have a theory and you don't have a practical hands-on, it will be difficult for you to execute, to implement. Through EIT, it balances it out theory and practical perfectly in well manners because of the remote labs. You have flexible learning hours, flexible learning platform. So you got 2 modules for each module, for example, is having a 4 webinars. They do EIT does consider everyone from the different part of the world. So if you miss the one, you have this opportunity to attend the second one. They are all recorded. You can download, you can watch them again and again and again. If you are finished studying, you can still roll back to your archive folder where you have saved on your personal, either on your PC or on your OneDrive. You can go back, reread the webinar, re-attend the webinar, understand what was explained, and that will help you achieving or troubleshooting or fixing your problem. There is no career disruption. You can go to work, you can study, you can still take care of your family as long as you just manage your time correctly. A lot of people make mistake when they don't manage their time correctly. The are also structured such a way that help you gaining your technical knowledge. Remote access is throughout the year 24/7 as long as you are studying and you are a student. As soon as you register as a student, you have a remote lab access. And when you have given a practical modules, it doesn't mean that you need to figure it out. Each practical modules are also having a standard operating procedures which help you, which guide you how to do it, how to overcome the situations, how to simulate it. So EIT's impact, how it impacted, this actually become really emotional to me. I used to be technician and I was told that you will always be technician. But studying through the EIT today, I can proudly say that I'm no more technician. I'm a project engineer. And that makes me really happy, and thanks to EIT. Qualification really made it very possible for me to build my confidence, and it helped me a lot with solving the complex problems in the plant. I don't need to struggle anymore reading through the manuals. It allowed me to master automation, instrumentation, and control system. It opened my career doors, With this qualification, since it's globally recognized, tomorrow if I decide I want to go to New Zealand or to Canada or to USA, it makes my life much easier to move and just start working. I don't need to again study and prove them that I'm a competent person. I have a legal qualification. This is globally recognized, as Barry explained in the beginning. Education and commitment is equal to your essential growth. When the theory meets practical modules through the remote lab, it really builds a perfect, strong character. It allows you to stay connected to the real world engineering field. It's more than helpful, and it really transformed me. As I mentioned, from technician to the project engineer's position today, it's all credit goes to EIT and their lecturers. Some of the lecturers are so brilliant that they educate the students they are teaching the small kids. I can name a few names: Rodney Jacob, Deepak Pias, and my all-time favorite, Dr. Adi Arab. Their explaining skills is extremely unbelievable. They are always engaged with students. After hours, if you have a problem, you can drop them a mail. that, listen, sir, I'm struggling with this one. Can you help me, please? They will definitely guide you into the right step. Say, listen, you are deviating from there. The question says, what is A, B, and C? So you need to know. Go and study this module, these webinar slides. It will help you there. So up to that level, 24/7, they communicate with students. That makes the life much easier. Now, this is actually what I have explained to you guys studying through EIT. It offered me the perfect balance of flexibility and practical learning. I was able to study online while working full-time, which made it possible to grow professional without pausing my career. And it doesn't end here. I have done the industrial automation. I'm now busy completing the advanced diploma in power electrical, which is my last module. Next month, I will be finished. And this is not just the end for me. I feel like I'm a part of EIT and I'm continuing with them. The remote labs were our really standout feature that they have provided to us students who wants to study and develop themselves. They give me hands-on experience with the real equipment, and it allowed me to apply what I have learned immediately at work. Like I explained previously, how you have a lot of theory, but you don't know how to implement it, and that's where the remote lab comes in a role. EIT gave me more than just a knowledge. It gave me a confidence. The structure that study, plan, and support the lecturers made the learning experience. Most importantly, I never felt alone. The global student community and consistent support made the journey truly empowering. And that's really true. There was never a single day throughout my industrial automation. I never had single time issue overcoming the challenges. There is always lecturers are ready to help you. As you ask the questions, as soon as they are available, they reply to you. And the best part of the EIT that I like about it, that it's online platform. As the technology move forward, when there is something new, they are keep on updating the modules so that you never left behind. So if you look at it, all the traditional technical schools, if you go back for last 10 years, they are teaching the same things. But ask for yourself, are we in the same technology now? Are we still 10 years behind? Like I said previously, every minute as we speak, there is someone busy innovating something new. So you need to learn. And that's what EIT take care of it. I really like it that every year they re-review their modules, and as and when it's needed, they update it so that the students, the future generation, the younger generation does not lag or stay behind and say, oh, I don't know how this thing works. Oh, the AI is going to take over. But no, AI will never take over your knowledge. You need to use the AI. You still need to know how to use it. So where does it come from? From the qualifications. And that's where the EIT becomes extremely important. Olden days, we had the traditional PID controllers. Look at all the new companies. We don't use any more PID controllers everywhere. It's busy fading out. It's now the module predicted control that is taking over, where you got less intervention. It predicts the future and gives you the output instantaneously. Why you should choose EIT? That questions you should actually ask yourself. I'm not the marketing expert, That's Barry's job. Just someone whose career was transformed by EIT. I started as an ENI technician, and now I'm proudly as an ENI project engineer. That progress came from choosing to invest in myself through EIT. And that's the fact. And I will continue. As I'm finishing my next year's module, I would like to continue with my Bachelor of Science in Industrial Automation. It's just so amazing, the field, the knowledge that they are sharing with students, the effort they are putting in to develop the students. It's tremendous, What makes the EIT stand out is how current and relevant their courses are. Like I explained previously, they stay aligned with industry's needs and evolving technologies. If you have the passion to grow and the determination to succeed, EIT gives you the platform to make it happen. They really do. They put a lots of effort. Today, whatever I am, it's just because of the EIT. And I will forever be grateful for EIT. My stress is a bit over now. I hope so.
Thanks very much, Kalpesh. Very inspiring and informative at the same time. And you've actually touched a very important aspect that one needs to know how to manage their time. And on that note, there's a question from Ludwig. He says, "What was your study routine? What was your most challenging aspect of your online studies?"
Check. I really didn't have difficulties. The main challenge that I had was some of the module. I preferred when I had my time well managed. I never failed or not failed, like I can say. I never felt pressure when I managed my webinar and the assignments together one-to-one. But there is a time, when you have a high work pressure that you need to overcome, and then you couldn't do your assignment on time. And that last bit, that it becomes a bit challenging. So that was the only issue I ever had. Other than that, I didn't have any challenges.
Thanks. Anyone with another question for Kalpesh? If you can just put your comments in the chat box. Any question that you could have? He's here to just assist you with some questions that you might have. You could be looking forward to join EIT. So maybe you had like few questions, and I think this is fitting that we have someone who you can actually relate to and ask relevant questions. So if you can just put few questions, and then he will be able to answer. Hi, Otto. Unfortunately, we do not have free courses. However, we do have free technical webinars that you can join. So if you go on our website, you will be able to register for our free technical webinars. And then there's one from Lloyd. How many years to finish advanced diploma in industrial automation? Advanced diploma in industrial automation goes for 18 months. Let me just quickly double check for you.
Barry, you're actually right. It takes about 18 months.
Yeah.
When I finished my advanced diploma, I had about 20 modules that I needed to complete. What about the students studying but not working in the field? Advice would you give to help with understanding the practical aspect of the studies? Yeah, that becomes quite challenging, if someone does not have a hands-on experience. But just the only thing I can tell you, a lot of the schools, when you go there and you study, or technical institute, they are quite outdated. I'm not saying all of them, but in my personal experience, I can tell you where I studied previously, it was really outdated. There was not a real time simulations available those years. So what I can say, that when you study, and since you have a remote lab, that theory and practical allows you to, the mixed combination helps quite a lot to understand the engineering concepts. A lot of the people I recommend, it's all about the eagerness. How eager are you to study? So in my sister's son is also studying instrumentation, and he had the same questions. Uncle, I'm studying, but I don't have a job. But that's all within you. You can actually look at any engineering industry and say, listen, I'm studying this one. I'm not looking for any compensation, but I would like to gain the hands-on experience. How can you allow me to come to your workplace and allow me to demonstrate what I have studied so that I can gain? And by doing that, you are also actually proving the person that this guy is eager to learn and work. And maybe by the time, if you are lucky, he might see that you are good enough and assist you with the job. I hope I answers your question correct. How do you go about practical when it is still a bit more clarification on that? Let me confirm if I correct you. Let me read it you. How do you go about practical when it is still online? Maybe a bit more clarification on. So for example, now, if I can give you Modbus communication. Now it will you have read it how it works, how to pull the resistors. But if you don't do it practically, you lab. It's the same tool that they are giving you that you will actually use in a field. So it's like a Modbus poll software where you can read and write the resistors and see if the two devices are communicating. So that practical helps a bit, how to solve the problem and how the things work. The virtual or remote lab is a software need to download in your own PC, or you need to access via EIT website once you are enrolled. Okay, so that's quite clear. You don't need to download any software. EIT does take very good care of that one because of not all of them are privileged, to have all the softwares. Softwares are basically very, very, very expensive. And EIT make provision for that. So all you need to do is, so when you enroll, access to. So for example, if you are doing your module DIA MPC module predicted control. So in there, when you are requested to do the practical task, there is a step-by-step SOP saying, do this, go to the remote lab, choose this lab, use this software, step by step it explains to you. So the entire practical requirement, EIT takes care of it. And they have lots and lots of labs available. So if, for example, you need to use now MATLAB, just for argument's sake, they don't only have one MATLAB software and one PC. So they have lots of remote labs, some in Australia, some in England, some it's in South Africa. You can just dial into, look at the best available network and you dial into that lab, and then you will have full access to the software. I will move to the next one. For a mechanical engineering student, what's the safest and or welcoming field one can go to, considering the most workplace choose with people with experience? I think on that one, either Barry can answer or EIT will get back to you on that questions.
Okay, let me just quickly have a look. What basic skills? So what I'll do is I will send you a link just now so you can actually have a look what basic skills in the qualification needed for that. So let me check and then I'll send you the details. And
Okay.
Also for that one, for scholarship, I will reply to that. Maybe you can just take the last, after completion of advanced diploma, an engineer in your industry, do you need to complete a bachelor's degree? Yeah, maybe, and Kalpesh will also just add, once you've completed, you are more like associate technicians, once you've completed our advanced diploma, and then obviously to become a technologist, that's when you can do our bachelor's degree. Yeah, you can just add maybe another comment there, Kalpesh.
Yeah, I think I would like to answer Anmol. One question regarding your field of study. At what point in your life did you realize you are actually interested in this field? What led up to this? So I'm actually hyperactive. My initial career started in electrical, and then when I moved to Namibia, I was a commissioning engineer on a contract working with Siemens. That time I was taking care of electrical components, but then there was lots and lots and lots of instruments that were connected to PLC. And it just wondered me, every time someone says, can you please resolve this issue for me. So on a hardware side, I could do it. But on the software side, I couldn't, I didn't know how it worked. It made me really wonder. There was lots of whys and when and how. Just a click of a button, this whole VSD is starting. It's ramping up, ramping down. Everything is fully automated. So that really ignited that, no, I need to learn this. I cannot have a half knowledge. I need to know which hardware to select. How does these things work? I was just too curious. And when I started studying, it was 30, I think I was 36 years old. And one of the person who pushed me a lot, and I don't know when he will stop pushing me, his name is Hermanos Calls. He is also one of the lecturer at EIT. He's a good friend of mine, and he is the idol. He pushed me very hard. He said, no, Kalpesh, study industrial automation. That's where the world is moving. And then all my why, when, what, all the bits and bytes add together, and it gave me a fire, a small spark to push myself to become from technician to the engineer level. So yeah, I hope I answer your question.
Okay. Thanks. I just want to say thanks to you, Kalpesh. I'm sure a lot have learned from you, and you've actually inspired a lot of engineers, and you keep on doing so. And I believe this session have also added value to those who attended and for those who will be listening to this recording. And just to add on today's session, we will be hosting our virtual open week. So this is sort of like our biggest online live event where you get to know and learn more about EIT. So from the course, the application processes, all the way until you complete your course. You will be able to engage with our instructors from different fields of our programs. So I'm going to put this link here in the chat box. What you need to do is just to sign up for a specific day, for a specific topic that you're interested in, and then you will be learning more from that particular session. That will be scheduled from the 15th to the 19th of September. So once again, thanks very much, Kalpesh, and thanks everyone for joining us. So here are some of the upcoming courses if you are looking at studying something in the next couple of months. So I've put up all our programs that are coming. I'll just also add our course schedule so you can actually be able to see more courses that are coming for the rest of 2025. And yeah, on that note, I just want to say thanks once again for joining us, and thanks very much, Kalpesh. I'm not sure if you wanted to say your last few words to our audience today.
No, I'm good. Thanks, Barry. Appreciate a lot.
Thanks a lot. Thanks, Kalpesh. All the best.
Thank you, everyone, for joining.
Hi, Joy. Just to answer your question, this is not a technical webinar, so unfortunately, we will be not issuing any certificate of attendance, but we will be sending you the recording together with the slides of this session. Thanks.